Joining me today on GlamMir is Candace Dillard from the Real Housewives of Potomac, who didn't have to marry a fugly, loose-scrotum sugar daddy to live in the lap of luxury.
She sure did not.
You just wrote that on your blog. What is the funniest thing I've ever read? Please elaborate.
Well,
First of all, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having
You
me.
look gorgeous.
Thank you. So do you.
Thank you.
Your lashes we were just talking about are
yours are great.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yes, giving us life.
Okay.
But yes, so here's the thing. I don't like confrontation. I don't like drama.
Okay.
I prefer much more to have a libation, have a good laugh and a kiki,
Yeah.
have fun, get to know people. But these ladies seem to they want to start drama and bring it to my door.
Yeah,
Yes.
you kind of got grilled very quickly by the ladies this season.
Yeah, and
Even
that was
Monique, who's been their second
Yes.
season in, even she
Yes.
thinks they came for you a lot faster than they came for her.
Yes, and they gave her the business. They did, and they gave Ashley the business too.
Yeah.
as she told me. But yeah, and people are saying that I kind of brought it on myself
Yeah.
because of I
Just too
shared
open,
my information.
oversharing.
But I don't regret that because
Yeah.
I am an open book. I like to share parts of my life that I feel like are going to help you get to know who I am, and I have no shame in my game. I have
Gotcha.
no shame in the fact that I come from a family that was able to provide for me and
Right.
my siblings.
Right.
And I have no shame in the fact that my fiance's penis is not pink.
We're gonna get
it's
into penis in a second, okay?
These are my
The
truths.
penis, I'm definitely holding off because I'd
Yes.
like to, I got
Delve
to talk
deeply
about.
into that, yes.
But you were accused of oversharing.
Yes.
And that maybe you shouldn't overshare because you brought this upon yourself. Like
Right.
when they asked you about your engagement ring, they asked if your
Yes.
mom bought it. Did your mom
Yes.
buy your engagement ring?
Absolutely not.
Okay,
She
so
did not.
she did not buy your engagement
No.
ring.
My
Right.
fiance, Chris,
Right.
my husband, Chris,
Your husband.
bought my engagement ring.
Right.
He followed directions. He did exactly what I asked.
It's gorgeous.
Yes,
Look
yes.
at that. Ooh, it's nice.
Thank you.
I wanted to ask you that because it's sort of like there's so much talk about the question that I'm like,
Yes.
well, what was the answer?
Yes. Well, I did say on I call it the shade wagon, the
Yeah.
bus that we took up to Nemacolin.
Right.
On the shade wagon, I did say to Giselle that no,
Yeah.
he did not buy it. And I also said it at cryotherapy that
Right.
no, Chris did all of this. This is all Chris. Okay.
Right.
Yes.
So one of the things I had Giselle here a couple weeks ago, and she kind of talked about the fact that Giselle and some of the ladies are older.
Yes.
And so
They
they're
are.
more mature, more seasoned.
Or something.
They've done more things with or
Have they?
something, or they've done some things with their life that you are still like going to get there at some
Is that
point.
so?
What do you
Yes.
think about that?
I think that the only thing that I have not done that they have done is marry for money and then get left because things began to say. I don't know what happened.
Right.
But it's a bit of an ageism dig.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of buzz about that, about, people are sort of coming at me, well, why are you talking about them and calling Sharice a geriatric grandma
Yeah.
and menopausal whatever.
Right.
I didn't start those things.
You
Those
didn't?
things came to my door and I answered the door.
Gotcha.
And let you in
rang-
to
the
receive.
doorbell rang, you
Yes.
answered it. Gotcha.
Hello, come in and receive this read is what happened.
So what's happening now is you're saying, okay, she's really young. She's not really done anything.
Right,
She
right.
doesn't know. She's not established. Her
Right.
mommy still takes care of everything.
Right,
That's
right.
what they're saying.
Yeah, which is baffling to me
Yeah.
because number one, I own several businesses that I started, one with my family and one on my own.
Right.
So Candace Dillard Pageant Consulting is my
Right.
consulting firm.
Right.
It's 3.5 years old now.
Great.
We
That's
have
great.
many wins across
Yeah.
the board from Miss USA to Miss America to Miss United States
So
to
that's
Miss
a
International.
pageant consulting
Pageant
thing.
consulting. I was Miss United
Right,
States
that's what I was gonna
2013.
get into. Yeah.
Yeah. So after I gave up my title, I wanted to move into another realm of women's empowerment because that was my platform as Miss United States. And it just made sense. And it was what I love to do. And it came to me naturally. So
Yeah.
that was my main business. I also started Prima Hair Collection by Candace Dillard with my mother and my sister.
Which is great.
And we are going into our third year, 2.5
Wow,
years.
that's great.
And business is doing very well.
Yeah.
We're going to expand and extend into other hair products, shampoos, conditioners, hair tools,
Right.
things of that nature.
It's going to be a big beauty hair line.
Yes, yes.
From extensions
Yes.
to shampoos.
All of that.
Great.
Yes,
Great.
yes. And I would also love to move into skincare at
Yeah.
some point. Yeah. Look, 'cause we talked about, I have a routine.
Yeah.
It takes about
30 minutes for her to
30
go to bed at
just
night.
to get in the
Just to get
bed.
in the bed. What do you do for those 30 minutes?
Okay,
bathe?
so
I'd have a
well, no,
bubble bath?
that's before showering.
Oh my.
It's taking off the makeup,
Yeah.
exfoliating. I do a toner. I also do an essence.
and
Are you
like
familiar?
a lavender kind of essence.
Yeah,
kind of thing.
it's a part of what's called the Korean 10-step skincare.
They have 10 steps.
Apparently. So I'm doing like 8 or 9 of them. And then you have to like work around your edges because
Yeah, to moisturize those edges.
edges.
We were
Yes.
just talking. I just realized I have edges.
You have
like
your
a few
edges
years ago.
They're popping. Your
Thank
edges are
you.
popping.
But I didn't like for a whole lifetime. I would have
Yes.
like hair, and then
Yes.
these baby hairs would just go wherever.
Yeah.
And then I had a friend who was like, "You know, you have edges, right?"
Yes.
I was like, "What does this mean?"
Manipulate the edge. Lay
It's
them
a
down.
whole other set of hairs.
Yes, it
I
is.
had no
They
idea.
have a life of their own. But you're blessed because some of the ladies don't have edges in this group.
And that's a bad
Yes,
thing.
it's not a good thing. Yes, you got to hold on to your edges.
You think that's an age thing?
Look, I'm not subscribing to those ages and dicks you tried to give me. No,
did.
all of that came from them first.
Yeah, I know.
Charisse said to me on the bus, I don't play with little girls.
Right.
I don't play with little girls. Well, I don't play with all women.
Yeah.
It's a give and take. If you
Right.
come at me, I'm going to bite back.
Right.
That's just how it goes.
Now, when they were asking you the question about your mom paying for the engagement ring,
Yes.
you must have known immediately that that was something that they were trying to test you.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
And some of that I expected. It's sort of par for the course
Mm-hmm.
in this group is what I learned early on from talking with Ashley and Monique. So I wasn't really even offended when Charisse asked me the question about the ring.
Right.
And you can see in the episode, I kind of just laughed it off and said,
Right.
okay, that was a shady bitch moment.
Yeah.
So then on the shade wagon, when Monique brought it up again, it was just like, oh yeah, that was a shady bitch moment.
Yeah.
Whatever. And all the while, Charisse is stirring in her granny panties, sitting over there just,
Right.
just you called me a bitch. Are you calling me a bitch? And I didn't even really hear her at first because I was talking to Giselle or
Yeah.
trying to shut Giselle down from
Right.
trying to shade me.
Right.
And it just escalated into this thing where, she started calling me names.
Right.
And I'm never going to allow anyone
to talk to you.
disrespect
Yeah, I
me,
get
especially people that don't know me.
Yeah.
Especially when I am trying to get to know you and trying to establish a good relationship. And you
Yeah.
come at me like that, it's just...
Do they've often said, and even Monique was saying that perhaps this oversharing things, like we talked about this briefly,
Yeah.
is opening you up to that. Is it that? Is it really that? Or do you think that they're quick to judge and start something?
I think it's both. I think that, number one, I don't think that it's fair to use my openness against me. Because let's say that I came in and I didn't share anything. That's boring.
Yeah.
Then how
Then
are
you would
we...
be an ice princess.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
I'd be Giselle.
Yeah. Oh.
How are you getting to know me if I'm not explaining and talking through who I am?
Yeah.
But what do we really know about, Giselle?
Yeah.
I don't know who else is. Charisse has been open. Karen's been pretty open. Everyone's been pretty open. But it's sort of taking advantage, I think, of my niceness and my
Do you think you've
openness.
made yourself a target by being so open?
Possibly.
Yeah. Would
But
you change it?
I wouldn't.
No.
I would still be me. I always say I have to walk in my truth or I'm not walking.
Right.
So I have to continue to be me, and that's who I'm going to be. And I'm proud of my lineage, my legacy, what my family has been able to do and provide for us. And I've been saying that I feel like if any of these women had the business acumen and the long money and the wealth to be able to do for their children as my mother has done for me, they would.
They would.
And it's some of it, I don't like to say this, but I feel like some of it is a little bit of jealousy that, because look at someone like Giselle who is starting a business and is doing very well. Her makeup line is going to be in Target. That's great.
It's great.
She has said before that she's trying to build a legacy for her daughters, which is very commendable.
Right.
But why then would you shade me for trying to do what my mother has already done for me?
Yeah.
Take notes.
That's exactly something to think about.
Yeah.
Because she's trying to do that for her kids.
Yes.
And your mother has established that for
Yes.
you, which
Yes.
is great. And I can understand that completely.
Yes.
And I'm glad that you brought that up because
Yeah.
it's sort of like a point that I don't think a lot of people have thought of. Oh, your
Right.
mommy takes care of you.
Right.
But
Right.
why would she?
And then that's a long stretch that she takes care of me.
Yeah.
My mother has given me a loan / an investment in our business.
Yeah.
Much like I know Giselle has had to do for her business.
Much like a lot
Much
of
like
families
Karen
do.
will have to do for her scent she's doing a perfume line. Much like Ashley had to do for her restaurant. You have investors come in and put money into your business. I just didn't have to go to the bank to get mine.
Right.
I went to my family.
You think it's because you're the new girl that they're just testing you out? It's just a rite of passage for anyone.
Of course.
Yeah.
It's par for the course.
It is.
It happens. Yeah.
One of your blog, we talked about this before we started. Your blogs are funny. I don't often read a lot of the Bravo TV cast blogs because sometimes it just doesn't feel
right.
Yours are
authentic.
Funny.
Thank you.
And what I started the show with, one of the things is that you didn't have to marry for money.
I did not.
Right.
Check.
And you didn't have to marry a fugly, loose scrotum sugar daddy.
Okay.
so you're saying that you're
yeah.
self-established and you're
yes.
walking on your own 2 feet, unlike
yes.
some of the other women have.
Correct. Which is why I was, again, so baffled by some of the shade. It's the other reason I think I felt comfortable talking about, where my wealth came from. I don't do that with everyone because certain people can't handle that because they aren't familiar with that world. They don't understand it.
Right.
But I thought that I was in company of women who understood because they are all kept, as I've said. They are, as I said, kept ass bitches.
Kept ass bitches.
Yes. They living in the lap of luxury because of their husbands.
Yeah.
Every last one of them is made because their husband wrote them checks or is writing them checks and they live on their dime.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that. But then don't come for me.
Then don't turn around and judge someone else.
Yes.
So one of the most emotional times this season I've noticed with you is your wedding planning.
Oh, dear
Are you still planning a wedding?
Look, I think I'm getting married at the end of the summer. Let's hope.
Because you were going through a lot. And it was exhausting for you, and you actually broke down. And
that's one of several breakdowns that
Yeah.
you'll see this season.
Right.
Yeah.
How's the wedding planning going?
It's going. We're still getting married, and I have not yet pulled out all of my edges.
Have you had a bachelorette party yet?
Not yet. That will be in July.
Are you going to have a penis cake on your bachelorette party?
I don't want.
And if so, what color is it going to be?
I want no penises.
Penis.
There will. I actually hate when I see women out doing bachelorette
With
things,
the penis straws
and they have
stuff,
the penis straws and the penis headbands and the penis necklaces.
Yeah.
It's like, ugh, I don't need that. So there will be no penises.
No penises.
At my
For the bachelorette party. Okay,
Yes.
ladies and gentlemen, we have just moved to the penis section of GlamMir. All right, you ready?
Ready.
Do your friends really think white male penis looks like raw chicken?
Girl, this surprised the heck out of me.
Whoa.
Yes, literally.
Raw chicken, huh?
Yes.
Okay.
And where does that come from? But I kid you not, every person family member that I met or that I talked to about Chris.
Yeah.
You're talking about a new boyfriend.
Right.
Yeah, his
like
name is
girls do.
Chris.
And girls can get really...
Girlfriends do.
Yeah, they do.
We get raunchy.
Dirty, yeah.
Yeah, we get down and dirty. So we'd be talking, Chris, he's nice, we're dating, and he's white. First question out of all their mouths, like, not even kidding. Well, what color is he? Like, what do you mean? What does that even mean? Like, even like my
Is
aunts.
it pink? Does it look like raw chicken?
And
is that really what they said?
They would say, "Oh,
chicken.
is it pink? Oh, I can't do that, girl, because they look like raw chicken." What does that mean? Like, where are you finding these penises? I feel like
porn.
I think that it has to come from, because where else are you seeing
raw chicken
penises?
Yeah, I don't know.
Porn.
Maybe porn. Yeah.
Maybe I don't know, and maybe they're like prosthetic, like not real.
Maybe they saw something like that they saw on a porn site. And now they're like,
that's their mindset
right
now.
No. So you never saw a white penis before this one?
No,
really?
This was the first one that I'd
Ever?
seen. Yeah,
Were you
in the flesh, like in real life.
Yeah, not
yes.
anymore. But you really haven't seen a white penis yet because it's brown.
Yeah, well, it's literally I don't want to be too graphic, but it is not
We're talking
pink.
about for a friend. Okay.
It's not pink. It's a shade of brown.
It's shade, yeah. Well, I really think it's okay. I really think it's hilarious that this is even a topic of a conversation because it's like one thing that you said, and I think it's fantastic.
Completely blown out of proportion now.
Yeah.
But I literally just got used into the habit of preempting every conversation with, his name is Chris. Yes, he's white. His penis is not pink.
Yeah.
What else?
Did you say his penis is not pink, or did you say his penis is brown?
I would say it's not pink.
Oh, it's not pink.
And then they'd be like, well, what do you mean? What color is it? It's like a brown color.
It's like tan.
Yeah. Yes.
Tan.
It's like a light brown.
Tan.
It's closer to like my brown. I have a tan right now, but my brown than the rest of his body.
Well, I find that fascinating. What does he think about all this conversation about his penis? Become topic of conversation.
So, Chris, the thing that attracted us, I think, is that we both have a great sense of humor.
I can't imagine that he couldn't.
You must.
Yeah.
If you're gonna roll with me, you must. And we like to laugh and have fun. So he just kind of rolls his eyes and he turns a little red. His face gets a little pink.
Yeah, his face
That's the one thing that turns pink.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
But he must think it's pretty funny.
He does. He kind of like rolls his eyes and he's like, "Oh my God, I can't." And then all his guy friends are like, "Hey, brown penis." And he just rolls with it. He has a good sense of humor about it.
Well, so I'm sitting here chatting with you and I just think you're funny and you're open and you're just like, this is what it is. And it takes me into a little bit of your personality.
Yes.
Like, you're just very fun.
Yeah, I like to have a good time.
And you think
that's
people
my
are,
go-to.
How's the Twitter universe handling this? Because they are evil.
Twitter is an asshole.
Evil. Yeah. Twitter is like that other cast member that you didn't know existed until the show starts.
That's sitting at home in their bathrobe, I say keyboard thugging.
Yeah.
Just going off on the keyboard.
Thugging,
just like giving me the business.
Like the worst of humanity.
Horrible. It's horrible.
Yeah.
And I don't hold it against them for the most part. I get a little emotional and I'll be like, what the?
Yeah.
But I try not to.
Yeah.
Because it's a lot of what I've learned is, my mother is a mental health professional. So I get a lot of my psychoanalyzations from her. But what I have come to realize is a lot of what people are saying comes from their own personal experiences and they are products of their own environment. And what they're projecting onto you is a lot of their own insecurities and their own baggage. So you just, you pat them on the, who hurt you?
Yeah.
Who left you?
Get some therapy for that, baby.
Yes. Yes.
I call it like the masses, like whatever the masses are rallying against, people will jump on social media and jump on that bandwagon. And then just as easily you can be the most hated person this time. They can love you next
week.
It flips on a dime.
Yeah. So you can't get too engrossed in the love or the hate.
Yeah, the love isn't real and the hate's not real. They're not people that really know you.
Exactly.
I had a guest from another show who was, before I interviewed her, I remember she lived on one coast and I lived on the East Coast. And she's on the West Coast. Yeah. And I would wake up in the morning and she'd already been up on her Twitter, engaging with people, convincing them. And then I go to bed around midnight, and she was still up. And I'm thinking, I need to talk to her about that.
Yeah, it's a disease. And when the season first started, it was hard because I'm a clapback queen, as you saw on the Shade Wagon.
Queen, yeah. You got some good clapbacks. Oh my goodness.
I will give it to you, and it just comes. It's like word vomit. It just keeps coming out. So I had to really learn to quell that and like not get so involved in going back and forth.
It's never ending. It's a black hole.
You can literally sit there all day and go back and they will engage with you because then they can go and say, I ruffled the feathers of one of the housewives and I'm awesome.
They love that.
Yes.
I told this particular person that I was speaking of earlier that you can't engage because you're never going to convince somebody to be nice to you when they want to be mean.
Exactly.
And just by having you clap back, it does exactly what you said. It validates them.
Yes.
So I definitely think that's good that you don't take it so
seriously. I engage during the show. We live tweet during the show.
Yeah.
And I'll do, thank yous and emojis, but I don't do any of, and I will every now and then I'll give like one or two, girl, you tried it.
Yeah.
And then I move on. Yeah.
What is about this show that you would like for people to know about you? Because we're going to see a lot, and sometimes you're filming for 100 hours and you get 5 minutes. What do you want people to know about you that they don't?
Yeah. Well, I am authentically Candace all day, every day. And I've said this many times, but I am not a monolith. I'm not monolithic. There are many layers.
Yeah, layers.
I am an onion, okay? You can just keep peeling them back and it's going to keep being more layers.
Yeah.
And you hit it on the head. We film so much and there's so much content, but the show is about 43 minutes. Yeah. And there are 7 of us. So you have to divide it up. So you're only going to get little nuggets and little pieces of me. And God willing, we get a 4th season and I am invited back, you will see more. But that takes time. And I wish that people would be patient and really take the time to get to know all of us, but because I'm the new girl, get to know me and really understand that I'm coming into this experience as an open book, and I want to share my life.
You want to stay that way.
And I want to stay that. I don't want to have to feel like I have to, cover and hide and protect things that I should share that I think will help or liberate other people.
And I think
to share
ultimately it will liberate you just to keep being true to yourself.
Yes.
What's next for you? Some projects that you're working on before we have to let you go do your press day?
Oh my gosh. Well, the big thing we talked about is wedding.
Yes.
It's so hard
just
doing all
low.
these. Girl. I'm too much of a diva for that. I have to have the pomp and circumstance.
Yeah, I get it. I understand.
So my dress, one of my dresses is being made in New York by a designer named Karen Sabag, and she is doing this custom masterpiece for me. I'm so excited.
Gorgeous.
Working on that, invitations, bachelor party. My mom is taking over my bridal shower, which is being held in Atlanta.
Wonderful.
So she thinks that's her. My mom thinks it's her wedding.
Why not?
As a whole, it's hers. Just everybody should know
You're just
that.
gonna show up.
I'm just there, and I may not even. She might walk down the aisle. Might not
great.
even be me. Yeah. So wedding is a big piece. We're still expanding the hairline, Prima Hair collection, so that is taking over a lot of life. We're also working on a storefront. We own a salon suite in Atlanta, and we're looking to open another one in the DC area and have a hair store inside of that.
Amazing.
So that's the next big project.
Fabulous. I'm so excited. So you're an entrepreneur.
Yes.
And clapback queen and a glamazon, and I'm happy to have you
Thank
on here.
you.
What's your social media that you'd like for people to follow you at?
Yes, so you can follow me on Instagram at CandyGal. It's CandeeGal09.
Ooh, CandyGal09.
Yes.
You're fabulous.
Thank
You're so
you.
much fun.
Thank you so much.
Keep talking about penis. I love it.
With Chris's permission, I know. Yes.
It's okay, Chris. We already know. All right. Thank you for being here. And I can't wait to
you
see
so
more.
much.
And maybe you'll come back
I would love to.
season when you're invited back.
Yes, hopefully.
All right. You got it.
Okay.
Thank you.